Now, I've been meaning to react to this mold for a very long time, over a week now. And it's about the lawsuit. It's about the lawsuit against Ethan Klein. I saw a very amazing, just a beautiful, mold, rich Asmongold clip channel video. And you can tell it's going to be moldy right off the thumbnail. We got, the nice photoshopped face, obviously, which is how he does to everybody, obviously, of course. Duh. I mean, I think the funny ones are the way that they do Hassan. I think the really good one is the photoshops that they do on Hassan. This one was really good. Oh, they unphotoshopped it a little bit. Oh, this one is still photoshopped to the max. I mean, listen, they have to convince people somehow that the left is ugly. So obviously the same thing, I have to put in a cheeky little Photoshop, pretend like it is something that it isn't. Unfortunately, the AI is so bad. Some of the items in my background don't even make any sense. A wall being off to the side, the fact that seemingly my microphone has like radioactive heat sinks or something. But anywho, let's go.
There is a lawsuit Denims has filed against Ethan Klein.
Wrong. Immediately wrong. Immediately wrong. Not even 4 seconds into the video. Immediately wrong. A lawsuit has not yet been filed. At the time of this video, the only thing that happened was a letter that was issued, a retraction demand that was issued to Ethan Klein. But sure.
She will be suing Ethan Klein for defamation, and she is setting up a GoFundMe. Ethan Klein lied about me supporting CPS coming into his home. If he doesn't retract this, the GoFundMe for legal fees will hold him responsible for his lies. If he retracts, this GoFundMe will be refunded. Surely.
Context. And I'm literally going to use her own video to prove how...
Content warning, guys. The most brain-melting stuff you've ever seen in your life, all right? I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't know that I could ever have like a Denims Clips channel like this, where there's some random person on the internet that like shoves their hand so far up my ass to puppet me, to make me say what they want to say through the voice of David Attenborough. Like, that's too far for me. I don't know. Some people are into some kinky shit, but like, just so we're all on the same page here, just so we all understand. Asmon so far has said one sentence that was incorrect, and then he just read my statement. Let's see how much of this is Asmongold talking and how much of this is a Asmongold video being puppeted by some random guy with his hand, again, far up his ass, letting it go.
Stupid this is.
So why exactly... bitch! Stunning criticism. Excellent. Really well done. Capably spoken. Exactly does he think I'm responsible?
And he has kids, and his kids like crawl into the dog shit. I don't know if they eat it.
It makes sense why he doesn't care about... Or alternatively, as an idea, you could just play...
I'm only wearing jeans even when I sleep.
Alternatively, you could just play a clip from the video. We can all see this timestamp that I put in there where I actually show what Ethan Klein says. But you got to string that narrative together somehow. Come on, do some stitching. It's okay if the stitches look bad. Responsible.
And he has kids, and his kids like crawl into the dog shit. I don't know if they eat it.
It makes sense why he doesn't care about Palestinian children when he is neglecting his own. How is this happening? From deleted VOD. By the way, this is like in my video. This is in my undeleted video. This entire clip is there. But okay, sure. I will show. What was the words that it said? Let me see.
This GoFundMe
her own video to prove...
funded. Surely.
Context. And I'm literally going to use her own video to prove how stupid this is.
So I will use your own video, proceeds to not use my video. Okay, sure. I like how I put in the timestamp. Oh, wait, same shirt. Oh my God. I put in the timestamp literally for the purpose of it being obvious to anyone with eyes when something is being clipped, and they still did it anyways, but okay. So why exactly does he think I'm responsible?
And he has kids, and his kids like crawl into the dog shit. I don't know if they eat it.
It makes sense why he doesn't care about Palestinian children when he is neglecting his own. How is... Yes, everybody pretend like I'm not reading a chat message. Okay. What is happening? What's happening?
Playing
No wonder
how-
this motherfucker's always sick. Yeah. Yeah. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now. Basically, Ethan Klein is saying that my community. And then he goes back to my video. This is also, I'm going to say, this is probably some of the worst editor work I've ever seen in my life. It's so jarring that even as like someone who would be primed to hate me, it doesn't even make any sense. Called CPS on him.
Look at her chat. Call CPS. Bro needs someone to call CPS.
I'm honestly shocked people still take this guy seriously. Here are the first and last frames of the video that he played. He showed 65 messages, which is less than 7% of the messages from that time. What was in between those? We can see the timer. Sir, Editor Chan, we can literally see it. 4 minutes and 3.
Here
sorry,
are
4
the
minutes,
first
10
and
seconds.
last frames of the video
11,
that he played.
12,
He
13.
showed 6
Skipped ahead to 30 seconds. What happened in those 15 seconds? What happened in those? Literally, what happened in those?
65 messages,
Who knows?
which is less than 7% of the messages from that time period. All these chat messages together.
Another cut. I wonder what happened in that cut.
To make it look like they happened at around the same time instead of over the course of the full 5 minutes.
So my brain is melting at this point. Her defense from her own video is that it wasn't the whole chat spamming.
So, if you guys are curious
Take
what
a
was
look
cut
at this
out,
Jeans, it's Asmon's Discord banner.
it's the part of Ethan Klein's stream where he says it's 100. She endorses this clearly because it's 100% of her chat. His explanation as to why I endorse it is because it's 100% of my chat, which you can disprove by showing that it is in fact not 100% of my chat, and also, I don't know, showing the actual chat. But if you clip out the actual chat log, you clip out the section where I just let the chat play, and also you clip out the part where he blames me because he says it's 100% of my chat, maybe you can string together this narrative, but it's so poorly chopped together, and even he understands it, that he has to like explain to the audience, my brain is melting. You guys should feel this way too. Here, I'm signaling to you how to feel about this. Don't actually go and watch the unchopped version. Just watch the slop.
To call CPS on H3, just 7% of 65 messages out of 950. At the same time, she immediately deleted the VOD, and if you go check on Twitch Tracker, all clips were wiped out. Finally, one of the bases of her lawsuit, as is true for any defamation case, is the claim of financial harm caused by reputational damage. Meanwhile, her Twitch channel has doubled in size since this.
Reputational damage does not equal financial gains or financial damage. It doesn't say that. It says defamation per se. Accusing someone of a crime means that the courts can immediately assume damages occurred. But yeah, if you just like don't read, if you're incapable of reading and you have to consume everything in the news with a 2-minute clip, God forbid you might actually form your own opinions. Fuck,
This
dude.
drama began. I have no idea who's advising her that this is a good move, but they must absolutely hate her guts, as legal fees can easily climb into the hundreds of thousands.
Into the hundreds of thousands. Yeah, that's why I asked to fundraise $5. And to all the people that are trying to explain to me, which I like, oh my God, the misogyny is crazy. It's crazy.
Right. People are criticizing you because you're a woman. Of course.
I had the timestamp for this VOD, but I lost it, unfortunately. I can try and find it. But like, do you see the media literacy here on display?
Fees can easily climb into the hundreds of thousands.
And to all the people that are trying to explain to me, which I like, oh my God, the misogyny is crazy. It's crazy.
Right. People are criticizing you because you're a woman. Of course.
To all the people trying to explain to me, and then I end the thought to revisit it by saying the misogyny is crazy, should indicate to anyone with, again, even one working brain cell, the habit of talking down to people and explaining to them things that obviously they would know in the situation that they're in is a way to talk down to people because of outside bigoted opinions. I didn't say people criticize me because I'm a woman. It's not what I said. Like, it's just not what I said. Like, these are just not. It's so incredible. It's so amazing. Like, I just, it's like the word misogyny makes these people go so crazy. They forget how to like think. They literally forget how to think. They're like, oh, misogyny. Oh, you must be saying people don't like you because misogyny, which is not true. It's like, Wait, why not just like listen to what I say in the clip and then, huh? What? Let me see if I can find this VOD, because I wanted to watch this for the mold section, but I wanted to watch the clips channel first on its own, because the clips channel is like, I can almost understand people. Sorry, I can understand people who watch Asmongold because it's this perception of someone who is impartial, obviously not actually impartial, but it's a perception of someone who's impartial, who provides funny content in an easy to absorb way. I can't understand the type of people that get all of their news from the Asmon Clips channel. It's like, it's literally some guy at his fucking computer stitching and Frankensteining pieces of things on the internet to try and help drive whatever narrative he wants to drive. Like, at this point, this entire clip has been, it's like been one sentence out of Asmongold's mouth. Sorry, 2 sentences out of Asmongold's mouth, both of which have been just explicitly incorrect. And the rest of it is nothing. The rest of it is just this editor talking. And you would watch this random guy like send you this garbage. This is so amazing. Let me see. I really want to find it. Let's let this video play one second. But like I said already, I prefer being underestimated. All right, I prefer it. So I don't care. It's fine.
Denims. Don't sue me, Denim.
Nothing to say. Nothing to say. Sorry, wait.
Nothing to say?
Nothing to say.
Denims, please don't take the first legal action. Denims is a
Yo, Denims, can you give your chat a Noah Samson shout out? We're going to get on stream tomorrow. No worries.
monster whose life, financially speaking, I'm going to, what's the proper verbiage on this? I'm going to put her into a pickle. You'll be hearing from me more. That's all I can say.
Pickle.
Well, I would say I would see you in a court, but I think she's going to be begging to settle it.
One sec. Which is so stupid because most court cases end up in settlements. So obviously most court cases are going to be ended in a settlement. So it's not that. All right, wait. I'm going to find this VOD. I thought I had it pre-ready, but I guess I didn't because I meant to cover this ages ago. How is this funny? I don't know, man. I genuinely don't know. And it's very bizarre to include this clip in here because one of the harder things about defamation is proving malice, which judges could argue, or at the very least lawyers could argue that that is showing malice. No, not this, Oberga. I was looking for something else. I was looking for Asmon's reaction to it. I think it was this one. Oh, the VOD's gone. The VOD is gone. The VOD is gone, people. The marbles are gone. Excuse me? Is Asmongold erasing evidence? Spoliation, question mark? Excuse me? Deleted VOD? Deleted VOD, is this spoliation, question mark? Wow, wow, wow. Nothing to say? Oh, wow, wow. Ain't no way you're talking about deleted VODs. Do you understand sarcasm, chatter? That's the point. The point is that all these people who are accusing me of deleting VODs have deleted VODs. That's the joke. Can I ask, are you just a troll? At Denims, you're just pushing this as far, this far, as much as the clout and views you can get. Why do you capitalize you every time? Like, are people taking you serious on everything and giving you views and more money because of it? But in reality, you're just a top tier troll that all trolls should look up to, question mark? This is the highest accolade anyone's ever given me. Calling me a troll. Calling me a top tier troll. Dude, I'm like annoyed at this. I really wanted to watch this fucking VOD. I wanted to watch this section where he fundamentally misunderstands what I'm saying. Like, I'm a little bit, I'm a little annoyed at this. What the fuck? Well, whatever. I guess I'll just pull up my VOD on it. Undelete the VOD, damn you. TLDR, all I said in the VOD, I'm not going to pull it up. All I said in that VOD was like, all the people explaining anti-slap and being like, does Denims know that there's something called anti-slap? And it means she could be in a lot of legal trouble. It's like, dog, We all collectively found out about anti-slap because Kavanaugh is actively suing Ethan Klein for defamation, and Ethan Klein keeps losing the anti-slap appeals. Does Denims know that lawsuits take multiple years? Does Denims know that lawsuits cost money? This is why women have a very fun habit, by the way, chat, of seeing how far they can take bimboism. And I'm sad to tell you all that you can take it very far. I have had conversations with people, with strangers, or like people I've only met like once or twice before. And every woman has done this. Every single woman has done this. Every single woman has done this. I'm sorry to tell you. Paris Hilton literally built a career over it. Look at Trisha Paytas. And if you don't believe me, you can just like ask the closest woman you know, the average millennial woman. There is a shocking number of dudes out there who like you can get them to explain to you phones. Like you'd be like, wait, you're telling me I can text people on this? Are you serious? Wait, how does that work? And I'm not joking. Dudes will just go and go and go. And at no point do they ever realize that you're making fun of them. They genuinely think you're trying to explain to them, or that you're trying to get them to explain to you how to use a phone. Does Denims know what a lawsuit is? It's not a suit you wear lawfully. Does she know that? Does she know that they take a lot of years? Well, I don't think she knows that lawsuits take multiple years and hundreds of thousands of dollars. I know she put in her GoFundMe that she wanted to raise $150,000, but I don't think she knows how much money they take. I don't think she knows what an anti-slap suit is. Or not suit, but an anti-slap motion. I don't think she knows. It's like, if you think that the behavior of explaining to women very simple concepts over the past however many hundreds of years that it's been happening isn't misogyny, I don't know what to tell you, but you're very fucking delusional. You're actually totally delusional. Oh, God. Does she know that she needs to talk to a lawyer? My favorite is the people being like, it looks like she finally spoke to a lawyer and had them explain it. It's like, I had to hire a lawyer to write the letter. And I spoke to a lot of lawyers to find one that I liked to write the letter. But okay, sure. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, man. It was also a very good letter. The funniest one was the people being like, does she, this one was really good. Does she know she just hired Ethan Klein's lawyer? It's like, oh my fucking God. It says, CC'd Ram Disbard Nisam. Do you know what a CC is? You're trying to explain to me that I hired the wrong lawyer, which is not even possible, by the way, because when you speak to lawyers and when you speak to law firms, they have to first check to make sure there are no conflicts of interest. I wouldn't be able to be represented by Ethan Klein's active lawyer because he can't defend me and defend Ethan. That's like literally, it doesn't even make any sense. But amazing. Oh man, that's just I don't know what universe you think we exist in. If you think that like someone trying to tell me that I hired Ethan Klein's lawyer because they don't understand how CCing works isn't misogyny. Like that is quite literally, that's what, explaining to someone else how you're wrong about something. But like people get so triggered when you bring up the word misogyny, they like literally, they lose their mind. As soon as you use the word, like they lose all capability to like think rationally, which is why in this clip, Asmongold is like, does she think people don't like her because misogyny? It's like, no, I think people don't like me because I say what I want to say and I don't feel bad about saying it. That's why people don't like me. But I also think like people aren't going to like me anyways. So I should just say what I feel like saying. And the people who like me can like me, and the people who don't like me don't have to like me. That's fine with me. You could be the sweetest peach and there's still somebody that doesn't like peaches. What is this monstrosity? What the fuck is this monstrosity? Oh my god. Oh. All right,
1
let's
week,
go.
1,692 donations. I am refunding.
Wait, are you serious? Sorry? Wait. Mold archive? Oh my god. You guys are too powerful. How did you guys get this? What the hell? Oh, Mayor Cat. Mm. All right. JFK files next? Question mark. No, but really, like, how did you get this? If you mods ever need a clip from relatively recent, I built an archive. Wait, you guys are too fucking powerful. Holy shit. Yes, Mayor Cat, I know you want love. All right. Let's get to the video, shall we? Okay, this is the VOD where he talks about it. Thank you, by the way. Holy shit, thank you.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and look at let's look at what she's saying.
And to all the people that are trying to explain to me, which I like, oh my god, the misogyny is crazy. It's crazy.
Right. People are criticizing you because you're a woman. Of course.
No reading comprehension. No literacy
LOL, I
rates.
just woke up to see what was going on. OMG, I will vote.
Not what I said.
Naturally, that's the reason.
Not what I said. I already am capable of understanding the fact that people don't like me because I because I grind a lot of gears, and I've grinded a lot of gears since I was a young child. Okay, that's just who I am. I can't stop myself. I can't control myself. Okay, I have opinions, and some people don't like those opinions, and I know that they don't like those opinions, and there's nothing I can do about it. That's fine. It's exactly what you said. No, it's not. Keep watching. Like I said already, I prefer being underestimated. All right, I prefer it. So I don't care. It's fine.
Surely.
But like, why are we all magically pretending that Ethan didn't literally just lose an anti-slap appeal against Kavanaugh? You guys can keep sweeping and deleting the posts that talk about Kavanaugh, but like, we all fucking know.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the whole clip.
So what does that have to do with your lawsuit?
Doesn't have anything to do with my lawsuit. Well, actually, it does have something to do with my lawsuit. It helps me establish that I won't lose an anti-slap motion. When Ethan is actively losing his anti-slap appeals, he will most likely lose his anti-slap appeals against me. If Kavanaugh is able to prove it and he's able to set that precedent, and I sue after the fact, I can help prove that as well. What you're missing, chatter, is the part where I pull up a post explaining how anti-slap works to me and saying, did you know, Denims, that there's someone called Ethan Klein who might bring an anti-slap motion against you, which means you'd have to pay their legal fees. I don't think any of you understand. I don't think she understands how much trouble she's going to be in, which I explain how, of course, everybody knows what an anti-slap appeal is at this point because of Ryan Kavanaugh, because Ryan Kavanaugh exists. But again, more importantly, it's not what I say in the very first 2 seconds of the clip.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and look at let's look at what she's saying.
And to all the people that are trying to explain to me, which I like, oh my God, the misogyny is crazy. To all the people trying to explain to me, it fails to show, well, actually it does show it. It's so tiny, but it's the post of this person explaining anti-slap appeals. I can't even see it because it's so tiny. Maybe I can pull it up on like this is like 20 layers deep. This is a billion layers deep, dude. Holy moly. Okay, I can't find it, but that's fine. You guys understand the post that's on the screen. I'm reacting to a post. I'm reacting to a Reddit post about me explaining to me in the most demeaning manner possible how anti-slap works. And then I'm saying, the idea of explaining this to me when me and everybody else knows how anti-slap works because Kavanaugh exists, that's misogyny. Explaining to other people something that they obviously already know, not explicitly that on its own is misogyny, but the act of explaining to people things that they obviously would know if they're entering into a legal battle with, for example, Ethan Klein, and then assuming that they don't understand that, the talking down to and belittling and all that other stuff, that is all intertwined in misogyny. I'm not saying people don't like me. I'm not saying that people dislike me for that. I'm showing a post explaining to me something very, very basic when I have a lawyer and everybody knows Ethan is currently losing every single fucking appeal on his anti-slap motion. And the response is not to engage with that honestly or genuinely and to say, oh, well, yeah, of course people explain things to women. Duh, everybody knows that. It's, well, you're just saying clearly that people don't like you because you're a woman, which is not what I said at all. I didn't even say that in the clip. And to all the people that are trying to explain to me, which I like, oh my God, the misogyny is crazy. It's crazy.
Right. People are criticizing you because you're a woman. Of course.
Which is not what I said, which is not even close to what I said. Oh my goodness. Oh, dude. Oh, Jesus Christ. But anywho, why did you mention misogyny? An unnecessary explanation is displaying a hatred of women. There is such a thing as misogyny that isn't explicitly a hatred of women. I mean, it's the same with any type of bigotry. You don't necessarily need to hate the group of people to engage in behavior that is harmful or hurtful. Have you heard of benevolent misogyny before? I'm going to presume you haven't, but benevolent misogyny, if you don't know what it is, which is fine, is this suggestion that women need to be protected and that men should do the protecting. The problem is that benevolent misogyny just hurts men and women. It's the reason why men get sent to wars to die and women don't. It's the reason why we don't care about the risk and the OSHA violations in predominantly male environments, but we care way more about them in female environments. It's something that hurts men and women, but it doesn't have to be necessarily evil or that you have to hate women, right? Misogyny is just suggesting, or engaging in some type of misogyny is just suggesting that men and women are so fundamentally different at their core. They are so fundamentally different that that we need to adhere to these specific roles in society. Why not say condensation? Condescension, excuse me. Why did I say condensation? Turning into XQC. It would take the gender out of words. You're trying to say it means the same thing. I've considered it, but one, what I said is accurate, okay? It is accurate. I'm just using a less accurate term to appeal to more people, even though what I'm saying is accurate. And two, man, if only you knew how hard I held back 99% of the time. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. I'm just telling you, Trisha Paytas wouldn't get away with the grift that she gets away with if she was a man. All right? I'm telling you right now, Trisha Paytas, and even now, there are people in here that are like, no, Trisha Paytas is really dumb. The reason she gets away with so much is because she has big boobs, she's got beautiful blonde hair, and she plays up the dumb bimbo. That's why she gets away with half the shit that she gets away with. She knows what she's doing, okay? You don't get to those levels of like success. You don't end up on SNL just by accident, all right? That's someone who knows what they're doing very intentionally. Paris Hilton is a really good example as well. Paris Hilton, for people who don't know, you guys are like, people who watch politics on Twitch are older. Is this small boob extremist Hasbara? Yeah. All right. Paris Hilton is like known as like a dumb blonde in media, and that had everything given to her, and that's why she's so successful. Meanwhile, every single decision that she's made over the past 2 decades has been incredibly calculated. Paris Hilton's like fortune that she made after being basically disowned by her family and losing her Hilton fortune all of the money she made was by being the dumbest person on television and pretending to be really dumb on television on purpose. Why? Because it's really easy to trick people into thinking that you're super, super dumb if you play into it. And again, if you've never looked into Paris Hilton, please look into it, because the underestimating of like women is the reason why Paris Hilton was able to make a wealthy lifestyle for herself after being disowned by the Hilton family. This is the reason. That's the reason. What she does is actually really fucking smart. Marketing close to young women, self-esteem issues. Sorry, woke of the day. I mean, she's done more than that, right? Also, I don't know about the self-esteem issues part. That's like what anyone who has a clothing brand does. Makes that. I don't know. I disagree with this. She was disowned. It was after the leaked sex tape or whatever. There's a really good video on Paris Hilton on YouTube. I think it might be from Business Insider. Just so chat this short.
What specifically do you think we could do to add mental health and counseling support? And how can we incorporate that in the bill along with trying to meet the goals that are already in this reauthorization?
Well, thank you. I enjoyed our Zoom call, and I love your jacket. The sparkles are amazing.
I had a little bling here for today.
Yes. I wanted to find out who made it later.
But I think the most important thing is they need access to therapy, counseling, mentorship, and other community-based programs. And I think it's also important to not label these kids as troubled or bad. I think it makes these children feel like they aren't believed, and that's something that's important for them to not feel that way.
Paris Hilton has been disowned from billions of dollars by her grandfather, according to several tabloids. It was confirmed by USA Today. And yeah, she was cut off from like the billions of dollars that her family would have had or would have given her. And so she was like, okay, fine, I will make my own money by pretending to be the dumbest blonde woman on TV. And that's how I'll make my money. Perfect. And I will become famous for being famous, despite the fact that I don't have any money anymore from my family. Simple trogs don't understand what code switching is. Yeah. But it's like, again, it's like, it's hard to believe that someone could so successfully deceive so many people into thinking that they're dumb when they're not actually, until you remember that we all have implicit and inherent biases because you live in a society and it's ingrained in you to think these things from a very young age. Like, in my opinion, there's no better evidence of you live in a society than that one study that proved that HR and like employers consistently refused to hire people with black sounding names when they had the exact same application as white sounding names. And they said, well, I thought this person was just more qualified. That was always their explanation for why. And guess what? When you remove the names, suddenly, oh, it's like, yeah, these two people are the same level of qualified. Yeah, I'd be down to hire both these people. Suddenly the bias is not there anymore. Same thing with home loans, same thing with appraisals. The most iconic version of this recently was a mixed race couple, and the wife, who was black, had the appraiser come to their home and appraise the unit and give them a quote. And she found that the quote was unbelievably low relative to the homes nearby for the value, for how well furnished the unit was, for all of the everything that's inside of the unit and outside of it, and the location, etc. And she had her white husband remove any photos. Well, they removed all the photos of her, replaced them with white woman photos, and said, oh yeah, me and my wife would like to sell this. And I believe they even went to the same firm that appraised their unit the first time, and suddenly the quote was like twice as much. There was another one where they changed the home decor to look more white appearing, and the same thing happened. Like, you have implicit bias in your head. If you genuinely think that there's no universe where you see a beautiful blonde woman and that you might discount her and think that she's dumber because of it, you're wrong. It's in your brain in the same way that it's in my brain. And like, this clip is like the peakest version of this. Like, this is the peakest Asmon self-own I've ever seen in my life. To watch a clip and to so fundamentally misunderstand what the clip was about, be wrong, and then make a claim that doesn't make any sense. And to all the people that are trying to explain to me, which I like, oh my God, the misogyny is crazy. It's crazy.
Right. People are criticizing you because you're a woman.
Like the certainty that you have to have. Well, and I will admit that there is something special about the intersection of being a conservative political streamer or even like a YouTuber, and then the ego that you get with a certain level of growth and a certain size and all these other things. But the level of ego to watch a clip, completely misunderstand it, and then assume that the woman speaking was wrong. So then you explain what the woman is saying to her and to your audience and be wrong. Like it makes the point for me. Oh my God. Oh. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, honestly, what are you even talking about? Not one thing you've said has made any sense or related to anything. Your brain is moving too fast and you have zero substance. It wasn't hard to understand. If you didn't understand it, that's your fault. That's on you. What I said was not complicated at all. It was really not complicated. It was really, really not complicated. Your brain is moving too fast is the funniest insult I've ever heard. I mean, that's why I've said, like, here's the thing. If you think that, like, I'm wrong or whatever, it's like, oh, yeah, well, no, I still think you're stupid or whatever, which... In my opinion, when you insult someone, you should insult someone for things that they would actually get offended by. That's the purpose of an insult, in my opinion, is to make that person feel bad. And the only people that would make me feel bad when insulting my intelligence would be people whose intelligence I respect. I'm sorry, Neanderthal Tectone insulting my intelligence doesn't make me feel bad. Neanderthal Asmongold insulting my intelligence doesn't make me feel bad. Neanderthal Ethan Klein insulting my intelligence doesn't make me... The guy who had to divide 10 by 10, do you think I care about what that guy has to say about intelligence? Now, someone like, for example, H-Bomber guy insulting my intelligence, that would hurt because I respect him. And I think that he is someone who's smart. Sean Vids insulting me, I'd be like, it's like the Akira, That would hurt, right? Because it has to be from someone whose opinion you would respect. At least on that specific topic. But that's also why I say, dude, those fucking... I would smoke any of these people in a call. Okay? Debate, conversation, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They just don't want to do it. Because getting embarrassed by a girl is a universally negative experience, dude. It is. It is. And that's why nobody wants to do it. Anywho. Okay. I wanted to look at that mold with you guys because I just thought it was some incredible mold. Sorry for having the clip so unorganized. I want to finish this one. Let's watch this one. And then we'll have finished our mold segment. Let's go.
1,692 donations. I am refunding the GoFundMe. $46,000. Suing Ethan Klein for defamation. And she made a post and she says, and this is also one really good way to say that this is going well, is if you make it to where only accounts that you follow can reply back. That means that you're not afraid of any sort of negative feedback at all.
When the negative feedback is just like, you're retracting your lawsuit, lol. It's like, no, sorry. You must read my post to interact with it first. And if all I'm getting is people who are incapable of reading I was getting like people being like, so you're not going to refund it, scam. It's like, it's the first sentence. Also, Asmongold, please, you literally don't stream on your main account because you're scared of your chat. You don't want to go bar for bar on this one. You are the king of being afraid of feedback, okay?
Context. So there's this old acquaintance of ours.
30K. Yes, bring back the clip. Yes, yes. No other argument. You have to keep bringing back this clip that Asmongold himself has already said was a joke. Oh my Anyone will make this dipshit disappear.
A few days ago, she started a GoFundMe to sue Ethan Klein from H3 for defaming her.
If he doesn't retract this, the GoFundMe for legal fees will hold him responsible for his lies.
In the clip we posted, it was almost undeniable she was the one defaming H3, and she also instantly deleted the VOD of her streams.
And if wrong, other people don't want to stand up to you, I am happy to do so. I got in contact with a lawyer, demand for a public retraction of false publication.
A few moments later.
Thank you, everyone, for proving Ethan wrong. What? People do care, but you didn't even meet the goal. You didn't even get halfway there.
It was only up for 5 days, but obviously you can't report on that because then that would be genuine reporting. The fact that 1.7K people donated, 1,700 people donated in 5 days, that's insane. That's objectively insane.
Is this the Pakistan playbook? Lose completely, massively shit the bed, embarrass yourself on an international...
Lose completely, get almost $50,000 in 5 days. And then say, I don't want to fundraise anymore. I don't want to fundraise anymore. I don't want to get fundraising for a lawsuit that I am pursuing. I don't want people to be concerned about a scam. I don't want to have to deal with that. So I'm not going to do it. But yeah, also talking about Pakistan. Dude, please stop talking about geopolitics. Please. Please.
Scale and then declare victory? What is
making enough money that GoFundMe is begging me to keep it open? Yeah.
This? How does this happen? Whenever she said that she was going to sue Ethan Klein, and then Ethan said, okay, bet.
Don't sue me, Denims. Please don't take the first legal action. Denims is a monster whose life, financially speaking, I'm going...
Which, like, I don't know why you keep posting this clip and having more people see Ethan Klein's malice, but okay.
I'm going to put her into a pickle.
I do think this probably did make her back down, but yeah.
Nope, not correct at all. But then he would actually be forced to read the entirety of his statement.
Ethan, please live stream the trial.
It would be dope if that would be live streamed, but I don't know if you can even live stream civil suits. Maybe you can. The thing is, it's unlikely to hit like a jury or a judge or whatever. That's just not, it's not likely. This would be something, civil suits are almost always finalized with, most suits are finalized with settlements. There are very rare instances where it would make sense to pursue a suit that you're probably going to lose in front of a judge or, yeah. Not saying there's no racism in the housing market, but to steel man the choice of racially appraising a home value, I can say that the black furnished homes are most suited for black people to move in, so the price is lower to market to black people, which is typically lower income. I don't believe this one bit. I've rebutted to this idea, but to dismiss it as bias is to have a lesser argument and ignores me. It annoys me. Sorry, we moved on from the housing analogy. Wrong. No offense, chatter, but like you're wrong. Oh, sorry, not you. Copy pasta. This was the other guy. Sorry. Wrong. Friendly fire. He was copy pastaing a different chatter. Sorry. This chatter. You're wrong about this. Also, even within the claim that you're making, this is still a biased claim, right? The rebuttal is in and of itself containing a bias. That, oh, well, it's a black home, which black people would want. And that's why we need to give them less money. Like, what? That is a biased statement. That's a biased perspective to have as an appraiser. So that that is bias. Oh, God. Jesus. Anyways.
I had a really good year a couple years ago with that, okay? I had a really good time. And so hopefully we can do that one again, okay?
I received some news.
And then we just go to the Amber Heard trial. Actually, funny retort. That was the only... But this is why people watch Asmongold, right? They don't watch him for the first half, which he says absolutely nothing, and half the shit that he says doesn't make any sense. Like him bringing up Pakistan when his understanding of Pakistan is like, it was in the news. That's not why people watch Asmongold. People watch Asmongold because he says things like this.
I do think this probably did make her back down.
Not but because this also doesn't make any sense either, because if you actually read my post, it would explain why I'm not taking fundraising. I'm not taking crowdfunding money.
did make her back down. Live streamed the trial. I had a real
People watch him for this part, which is like making jokes at other people's expense of like, oh, please live stream the trial. That's why people watch him. And also because a lot of people are lazy and they don't want to read, dude. That's the truth. That is the truth, unfortunately. I has a black hole made from onyx and ebony DNA sensor at the door that only lets black folks in. No, more like there's like a trap door on the patio, and if you're carrying any type of salad with raisins in it, it just drops you 6,000 feet. Oh god. All right. I be talking mad shit, but I do enjoy raisins. I'm sorry, okay? They're using a lot of Mediterranean food and I really like it, okay? Sorry for enjoying it.